Assalamu alaikum and hello to everyone. I'm making this video inshallah because I keep getting like Muslim sisters and brothers and like saying to me, it's not really brothers but like sisters saying to me, oh, you know, you shouldn't believe what you see on the internet, and because I saw this video of a 9-year-old who was forced to marry a man who was 40, and I made a video response to that video, and the 9-year-old died after having sex with her husband. Yeah, of course she's gonna die. Do you know what I mean? It's common sense. You know, a fully grown man is having sexual intercourse with a 9-year-old, and of course she's gonna die because her body's not developed. Her private parts from the inside are not developed for that kind of act. It's common sense. Subhanallah. I mean, it's been going on for years and years, and people have just made it into like, oh, it's a religion. It's not a part of religion. It's nothing like that. It's only now that people are getting educated and they're realizing, oh, you know, these things are wrong and this is wrong, and you know, we shouldn't be doing this because it's disgusting and it's wrong and it's evil. And and I've just got like a few people just saying, a few sisters are like saying to me, oh sister, you know, that video that you saw, not my video response, the other video that you saw is not true, and you know, people just make videos and they just put them up. Yes, that's true. Subhanallah. Astaghfirullah, may Allah guide everyone. Ameen. There are people out there who do say stuff that isn't true. There are people out there who do and make videos. They say things. It's happening not just with the Muslim, not just with the non-Muslims. Yeah, it's happening with the Muslim Ummah as well, that are making videos and saying things about Islam that are not even true. Because then the sister said to me, because that video is not true, it's lies, you know, it's fake. I've watched it, and I said, yes, fair enough, okay, that video is a lie, but these things are actually happening in real life. Because I've met, you see, it happened to my mum, and it happened to my nan. My nan was like only 12 years old, and my mum's dad was like, I don't know, I think he was like 35 or 40 or something like that. And even though he was my mum's dad, and when it's my granddad, even though I found out, you know, I was like, why did such a fully grown man marry like such a young girl? Oh, because she could cook and clean, and she could do, you know, arts and craft and knitting and stuff like that. And I said, that's not an excuse to marry a little girl. Yeah, that's wrong. I don't care if this person, they are related, he's related to me, yeah, you know, he's my granddad, but that's really unfair, because when I think of it and I put myself in that position, and okay, fair enough, yeah, I live in the UK, and you know, we're kind of like smart and clever for our age, yeah, stupid at the same time as well. And even though we know a lot more than, you know, 12-year-olds did about 100 years ago, or even 60, 70 years ago, we did know a lot more as a 9, 10-year-old. It's still, when I look back, it doesn't actually mean that. Do you know what? The whole thing is just so disgusting, yeah. I just think sometimes people need to just wake up and stop doing evil, nasty, disgusting, reflecting pain on other people. Because when I was that age, when I look back and when I think about it, I think it's disgusting, because I was only a little girl and I was only playing with dolls, and I was playing, and I loved my mummy and daddy, and I couldn't stay without them. And the last thing I would wanted was a fully grown man's private parts coming to me. That would be the last thing. And then you know what? If my parents did that to me, I would have never forgiven them, because that is just, it's cruel. You know, sex works both ways. It doesn't work. I like to call it making love. I really do. I don't like to call it sex, because I think it's more of like a devil thing. I like to call it making love, because it's two people who, you know, they unite and become one. And it's not just about, you know, straight away just having making love, you know, making love and then end. No, it's about chilling out together. It's about, you know, talking together, you know, touching and kissing and taking your time, even if it takes 2 hours, you know. Yes, why not? It's about making love and you know, sharing love and you know, looking into each other's eyes and expressing, and you know, not, oh yeah, I've just got myself a little girl and I'm just going to jump on top of her and get what I want and then go to sleep or whatever. Because I've heard, when I hear something, I do look it up, and apparently marrying little girls is like, because I am going to be honest, if people don't like it, tough luck, because this is the truth, and it's sickening and it's disgusting, because younger girls' private parts, vagina, is much tighter than an older woman's vagina would be. But well, do men like it when women go after men with big private parts? Do men like that? No. So men shouldn't be really thinking about, you know, like their private parts all the time, because that's how it is. That's how it is nowadays. That's how disgusting it's become. And the whole point of making this video is that these things are happening. Like, you know, little girls getting married off to older men. These things are happening, because I know, I've met girls and young girls getting married off and getting pregnant, like getting them married off. They feel pregnant really young to older guys, much older guys. It's all true. Obviously, there are people adding videos and making lies up, but they're, you know, a husband killing. In the Muslim world, all these things are happening. They are happening. Because I know so many, like, mother-in-laws. I'll be honest, I don't know any daughter-in-laws that are horrible to their mother-in-laws, but I do know a lot of Muslim mother-in-laws who are horrible. And not just in the Muslim world, this is happening in the non-Muslim world as well. It's happening all over the place, because I hear so many stories from the Muslim world and the non-Muslim world. And I have been to Muslim countries and I have seen things. I think the Muslim Ummah really does need to wake up and open their eyes and stop thinking that, oh, the non-Muslims are making this up. No, they're not. And you know, grooming, that is true as well, because I do know, I've got relatives and that live around Yorkshire, and these things have been going on for years. The thing that I always say is, why make a big deal out of it now? Why put it on the internet now? Why is it on the news now? Why didn't they deal with this when it was happening 50, 60 years ago? Because it's been happening from a long time, and just now it's got even worse. Because one thing about the grooming, the Muslim guys are grooming, number one, why are non-Muslims allowing their young children to roam the streets at 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night? Even 1 o'clock at night, non-Muslim kids alongside with Muslim kids are out at that time. Because I've seen it. I've seen these things with my own eyes. Why are they out so late in the night? I've seen young children, like 12, 11, drinking, you know, alcohol, smoking, talking about sex openly. When you're walking past them, you see and you hear things. So, like, that's like, why do non-Muslims allow their children out so late? This is happening a lot. I mean, there's this girl, and like, she's not Muslim. She's out all day and she's picking fights. I mean, one time her and her friend was saying silly things to me. And then after that, she stopped, because she realised that, you know, oh God, this lady actually lives not far from where I live. Literally, she just lives around the corner. And she's constantly roaming around, and they're always out and about really late in the night. You can hear them shouting and screaming and all sorts. So if you're allowing your kids to go out at this time, then there are going to be evil, nasty people out there that are going to take advantage of your kids. And these things are happening in the Muslim world. Husbands oppressing wives, Yeah, that's true. Mother-in-laws oppressing their daughter-in-laws in a Muslim world and in a non-Muslim world. All these things are actually happening. Muslim leaders taking money off the Western governments. All these things are true. It's not lies. The only thing is, the reason why you probably don't believe it is because you've never been out there. You've never met people like the way I have met people. I've been out there and I've met Muslims and I've met non-Muslims and I've been out there and I've been hanging around with different people and I've met and seen different. I've been out at different times. I go out at different times. You know, especially from not being a Muslim, you know, having all that kind of like that freedom to speak and to talk to whoever I want, and you know, I have seen a lot of things and all these things are true. If you don't believe me, go out there and start talking to people and you will start seeing things, subhanallah, you'll be shocked. I've seen Muslims drinking, smoking outside, and if a non-Muslim person makes a video and puts it up on YouTube, why do Muslims get upset? Because it is true, these things are happening. Even imams and sheikhs are really annoyed about this. Even imams and sheikhs are doing lectures and talks about it, that this is what's going on. I mean, Muslim guys selling drugs, taking drugs, and all, you know, Muslim girls falling pregnant out of marriage, Muslim guys having kids with non-Muslim women out of marriage, and you know, all fornication, adultery, it's all happening. It's just that, you know, if you hang around with your family and you only hang around with your family, your relatives, and you come from that good family, you won't see these things. If you're like out and about and you talk to people and you know, you chill out and you pick and choose your friends, like, you know, carefully, then you won't see these things. You see, I mean, come on, you see Muslim sisters with hijab on, and then they've got this tight jeans, and then they've got this tight that takes the whole shape of their body. You can see all their neck down to their breasts. You can see all their arms like up to the shoulders. You can even see their back and their bellies through their top, because the tops are so tight, and when they're like lifting things up, you can see their back sides and everything. You can see these things, every single, like, all these things have Muslim gays holding, you know, hands in the streets. You see, I've seen these things with my own eyes. I have seen Muslim, like, one time I was with my friend and I was walking past and she told me that, oh look, that's a gay nightclub, and it was all Muslim men outside it, waiting to go in, or they were going in, or something like that. And what else did I want to say? Yeah, day before yesterday, I watched a video. A Muslim man that was a doctor was, you know, basically telling, you know, saying that jinns don't cause depression. Astaghfirullah, they do cause depression. And he was saying that when a woman gets depression, that's just, oh no, it's all most of it is to do with jinns. And all these people take drugs, that's why they get depression. Well, my mum didn't take drugs, so how did she end up with depression? He was saying only people who take drugs get depression, but that's not true, because my mum don't take drugs, and I've known quite a few other people, they don't take drugs, and they've all got depression and all this. It's depression, it's caused by jinns. We have people within the Muslim Ummah telling lies. It's about time that the Muslim Ummah woke up and started admitting that we Muslims are in the wrong. As soon, you know, subhanallah, if everybody started admitting these, Allahu Akbar, you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make things so much better for us. But it's not going to happen, because we like to always constantly blame everybody else. Most of the things that we are seeing and most of the things that are happening, Muslims are doing them. There are some things that have been added by non-Muslims, but a lot is because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is shaming us Muslims up because we are doing these things. Please ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us and save us from the hellfire and the punishment in the grave. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum and bye.